In the shadows of legend, stories beckon. Welcome to Rune Reads. It's funny how places transform at night. By day, the little bookstore where I worked was full of sunlight and quiet whispers. But past midnight, when the final patrons had gone and the city settled into silence, the store felt like another world. The closing routine was always the same. Sweep the floors, balance the register, shelve the strays. I'd learned not to linger. Too many creaks in those old wooden boards. But that night, I was running late, distracted, barely noticing the storm rolling in outside. While locking up, I spotted it again, the storeroom light stuttering like a heartbeat beneath the crack of the door. We'd changed the bulb twice that month, but it always returned to its old tricks. Then, like every night, I walked through the uneven aisles toward the storeroom. The sound of my own footsteps was deafening against the hush. Inside, boxes were stacked like hunched giants, shadows pooling in corners. The light flickered, casting strange patterns on the walls. A draft crept across my ankles, cold enough to raise goosebumps. The owner loved to tell stories. Heard the old place is haunted. Last manager swore books fell by themselves. Things vanished. We always chuckled, but right then, the silence felt heavy, thick with secrets. As I reached for the switch, a heavy thud echoed from upstairs, like something big falling over. Every muscle tensed. I stared up, heart pounding, listening for footsteps that never came. Curiosity, or something else, pushed me. I left the storeroom, climbed the ancient staircase toward the old storeroom above. Each creak felt louder than the last, every shadow stretching, shifting. At the top, moonlight spilled through a cracked window, bathing the dust in silver. A stack of books, set perfectly in a pile when I left, was now scattered across the floor. A single book rested open, spine up in the middle of the room. I bent to pick up the book. The page was blank, as if ink had disappeared. Suddenly, a cold wind blasted the pages, yet the window was closed tight. Goosebumps covered my arms and the hairs on my neck prickled warning. From the hallway, the flickering light flashed faster, almost like Morse code. I thought I heard a whisper behind me, faint, weaving through the shelves. Leave. I backed up, eyes never leaving the doorway, heart in my throat. No more curiosity. I bolted back down the stairs, grabbed my bag, keys slipping with trembling hands. As I moved to the exit, the light behind me flared bright, then died with a pop. I burst outside into the hurricane winds, rain pelting my face. Behind the glass, the storeroom was dark, but for an instant I thought I saw a shadow move just at the edge of the shelves. Since that night, I close up early, and I never enter the old storeroom alone. They say every old building has its memories, its stories. I believe now, some want to be left unread. Have you ever had a night when an ordinary space felt wrong? Share your story in the comments. And remember, Not every story in Rune Reads belongs back on the shelf. Thank you for watching Rune Reads. Share your mystery in the comments. Your rune may be read in a future episode. Subscribe for more tales of the unknown. See you next time.